Okay, so I'm gonna record this, I guess. So at the time of me recording this, I haven't published any other videos. I haven't done my Angie one. I'm pre-recording this one for the next month, but honestly, this video it's not gonna be Danganronpa related. It's gonna be My Hero Academia related because I have other interests. So this one's just about how Midnight's death is so stupid. Like, honestly, the A word Zer gets a redemption arc, but the first female, well, second female pro hero meet, and the only female teacher at UA, Recovery Girl's a staff member, not a teacher. She gets killed off. I honestly think that the three things they should do with Midnight's death is one, keep her dead, but no one will actually like that outcome. Two, reveal that she died, but then have someone whose quirk can rewind time, like Ares, or someone who can bring back people from the dead, something like that, so Midnight can still be alive. Or three, it was a fake out death and Midnight is still alive. That the last two honestly make the most sense for me, because compared to most other pro heroes that have died, they're either one, not important to the story, like Native or whoever that was in that the Stain arc, then never appeared again, and then we learned who died. They are two, someone like Mount Lady or Midnight, who we've seen since the beginning of the story basically. Or three, they're only introduced in a respective arc and die in that arc, like Sir Night Eye. Like, honestly, it's just kind of dumb, because why would you introduce some of the first heroes? I know if they wanted to make a plot twist, but why not I don't know, Vlad King or someone. First of all, I'm going purely based off of, I'm gonna mix the anime and manga together. I don't know about the manga, haven't read it, but I do know that Midnight dies. That's why I'm ranting about this. But Vlad King in the anime appears two times, but we still know he exists. Whereas Midnight, she's a much more prominent character, and I get it, it's the entire oh, your favorites can die too, but honestly. Also, no, I don't think Deku's mom is going to be dead, because if she died and Midnight died, that's just going to be way too much stress on Deku. I know Deku and Midnight have one scene of dialogue together, but still, Midnight, she good character. But honestly, the way that they chose to do that was so dumb. They could have chose any other hero and they chose Midnight. I know I said I haven't read the manga, but I've basically been spoiled on how she died. My only question is, why didn't she use her quirk? It was a group of men, and she herself states that her quirk works better on men. That is so dumb. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna keep her dead. That's my personal opinion. So far, all of the dead people have been people that haven't been there for the entire story. Think about it. Sir Night Eye hasn't been there through. I'm gonna base this off of anime seasons. Sir Night Eye wasn't there from season 1 till season 4. Who else? Nana Shimura. She's a cool character, but she hasn't been there the entire time either. Native hasn't been there the entire time. But characters who Midnight has been there the entire time. Aizawa has basically been there the entire time. All Might has been there the entire time. Mount Lady has been there the entire time. Recovery Girl, all those adult staff members slash pro heroes have all been there the entire time. Honestly, I think a better one to have killed off would be someone no, don't get mad at me. I think Hawks or Mirko would have made more sense, because it's not they appeared once in a random oh, blah 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 arc and then just never appeared again Native. But they've been there long enough in the story for them to have an impact, but not the story just kind of feels like it's over now. Also, Midnight's death is sadder than Sir Night Eye's. I'm sorry, I have to say this, because she's been around for way longer than him, and we've actually get to see her develop as a character. Also, she's the first here staff member at UA to die. So and honestly, I just hope that she should get revived. That's my personal opinion. Why would you kill off basically when it's Midnight? That's my reasoning. It makes no sense to kill her off. This is Sasha Browse's death, where I feel the creator just decided to pick a random character and it's you're dead. Like, honestly, like, the stories could have both functioned if they were both alive. Like, but with Sasha Browse, she died and is not getting returned because in her world the most magic is Titans. But in the My Hero Academia world, like, can Ares quirk rewind dead bodies? Can, like, someone have a rewind quirk that just, like, rewinds time in general, but they're not allowed to use it because that could, like, disrupt something? Does someone have, like, a quirk that they can't use because if they bring dead people back to life, it's, like, gonna ruin the timeline, or it's just, like, not allowed because then every dead person could be brought back to life? Because honestly, I'm hoping for the third option there with someone who can bring people back from the dead as a quirk. You know, like Melascula from the Seven Deadly Sins, kind of like her, what she can do, except that people don't have vengeance against them. They just come back from the dead. Like, if we had someone with that quirk, we could bring back Midnight. We could bring back, who else? We could, Sir Night Eye. We could bring back, Nana Shimura. We could even bring back Magne or Magne or however you pronounce her name, because honestly, all those characters other than like Midnight didn't really get a story arc, and they were kind of just there to be killed off to serve as like, I'm sad, so I need to fight for you now. Like, that's honestly why they were killed off. Let's not be dumb here. Also, like, out of all the new, like, out of all the revealed deaths from all the like pro heroes that happened in the arc, Midnight's literally the only important one. Like, sure, you can argue that, oh, I liked Native, but he appears in like what, one episode in the anime, or like one to three episodes in the anime, and probably like a couple pages in the manga. Like, honestly, like this isn't like slander on him, but like, he isn't an important character. Like, he's a background character who appeared like once or twice. Like, whereas like, that's basic. Like, Midnight's death to me is basically if they decided, okay, well, Izuku, Mina, All Might, you're dead too. You're just dead. Same as you, Bakugo. Come over here. Like, honest. I know I said like Mina in the middle of that, but honestly, I stand Mina, so like that's why I said Mina. Like, but like that's like, to me, Midnight's death is basically as if they were killing off one of the protagonists. Like, I don't know if this is how the story is supposed to be told, but I basically view it like this. Like, the main protagonists are Izuku, Bakugo, and then after them would come the rest of Class 1A plus the teachers at UA and Izuku's mom. After them would be all the parents and just like, I don't know how to say this, like, I want to say side heroes, like heroes that aren't teachers at UA, like Fat Gum or Mirko or Hawks or Endeavor. But like, I feel like Endeavor and some of them are like up, like they're, it's hard to explain, but like, then after them, well, like villains are also in here, it's kind of hard to explain, but basically like, it's just, Midnight shouldn't have died, that's all I'm saying. Like, that was a dumb writing choice as a good, like, I'll admit, it's a good plot twist, but in the long run, I feel like not that many people are gonna like it. Like, you can search up Midnight Death, My Hero Academia, and there's like a whole bunch of articles, and fans really don't like it. Like, I honestly think that once he realizes that not how many fans like it, he's gonna like do a fake out death or bring her back from the dead. Or it might be like, oh, well, that was an alternate. Like, honestly, I don't even know. But, like, I just feel like Midnight's gonna be alive. Even though she's confirmed dead, I feel like just doesn't really make sense. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, with Sir Night Eye and stuff, his death was to motivate All Might. Like, at least I think that's what it was supposed to be. Like, basically all the pro hero deaths up until now have basically been motivate All Might. I mean, there's only two that I can remember of, but it's Sir Night Eye and Nana Shimura, both of whom known All Might. And their deaths were just basically, we need to make sure All Might gets strong. And he feels bad. Ooh, look at us, how good we are. But, like, now with Midnight dying, that doesn't really fit the thing. And, like, what are the UA students even gonna do? Like, honestly, I haven't read, like, what happens. Like, I know that there's a couple more, like, whatever's after Midnight's death, but like, I haven't read those because I don't have them. Hee. But like, honestly, it just makes no sense. Like, I'm sorry, but like, choosing to kill off Midnight was probably the dumbest decision they possibly could have made. Like, honestly, like, the series chooses to keep, like, no offense, but the series chooses to keep background characters like Todoroki's mom alive. Like, I like her. I'll admit that I like her and Deku's mom and like all the parents, but like, they're background characters. They really are. But then it chooses to kill off Like, and like I said, it's for shock value, but at the same time, it's dumb in the long run. Like, no one's actually like happy that they decided to kill off Midnight out of all the heroes. Like, I could come up with a list that includes about 80 other different characters that you could have killed off, still had the same impact, but like it wouldn't be as bad. Vlad King being one of them. Like, then the other class would lose a teacher, and maybe Class 1A would have to help them. Because Vlad King's their homeroom teacher, whereas Midnight, she's just like the hero study teacher who alternates between every single class. Like, her death, like, obviously all the students at UA are going to be really sad about it, but like, it's kind of just like, here's how I think it's going to play out. Midnight dies. Like, 3 people are sad about it. The next manga, chat, whatever, everyone just goes back to living normal. That's honestly how I think it's going to turn out. I haven't seen it, so that's just like what I think's happened. So, and if it isn't, that's probably going to happen. Like, honestly, like, also, did they ever like actually show Midnight's body? Because I could only find one picture online, and it's just of like her glasses thing. If they implied that she's dead but never actually showed her body, she's probably not dead. Unless she is dead, and then like, you know, like she got Thanos snapped. But then her clothes would also be gone too, wouldn't they? Like, I'm confused on how that. Anyways, like, I'm just ranting because like Midnight's death was the dumbest thing they possibly could have done. I'm sorry, it's true. Like, I get not killing off some of the more like quote unquote major heroes in the fight, like Mount Lady and like Conway Woods and Hawks and stuff like that, but like, honestly, I feel like Midnight's death is just going to be too hard for the students to handle. Like, she was basically their at school mom, I guess, older sister. I don't really know what to call her, but I feel like every student just kind of liked her. Like, not in like a way, I just like, they probably kind of respected her, honestly. Like, but now guess what? She's dead. Also, the A-Wordser can get a redemption arc. Tell me, what world should the Midnight get killed off, but Shoto's dad, Endeavor, what world would he be able to get the redemption arc? That is so stupid. Their roles honestly should have been reversed. I'm sorry, I had to say this, but like, why would they give him the redemption arc? He's possibly one of the worst characters who isn't a villain. Actually, I'm willing to say that like, characters like Dobby or Himiko or Magne, they're better than him, actually. They were all shunned out of society, basically, for things that they couldn't control. Well, he 100% knew what he was doing. Like, honestly, they should have killed off Engie, or whatever you want to call him, and Midnight should have gotten her own arc. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's... Like, honestly, like... It's not even the students that are going to be upset. Like, she was friends with Aizawa and Present Mike too, I'm pretty sure. Like, all the other staff members are going to be upset. Like, I get why they did this, but like, other than UA, no one's actually really going to care. Whereas if it was Endeavor, everyone would care. But I know if they killed off Endeavor, then they couldn't have like the entire, ooh, Endeavor's bad because Dobby, ooh. But like, at the same time, like, you can really tell I really don't like Midnight's death. Like, honestly, like I said before, killing her off is just dumb. Like, I can probably make another video with reasons why, as to like why it's dumb, but this is just stuff coming off the top of my head. Like, Midnight was possibly the worst character you could have chose to kill off, and I'm sorry, I had to say this. Like, honestly, like, you could have killed off Engie. Like, no one would be mad with that, though. That's the issue. Like, you chose to give him, who's like the most vile human being in your story, a redemption arc, but then you decided to kill off Midnight for no reason other than shock value and to add like a little, like, you know, fork in the road, whatever you want to call it, for the students and some of the staff at UA. But like, other than that, like, no one knows who Midnight is in the My Hero Academia universe. Let's be honest here. Like, I like her, but like, people probably know who she is, but she's not in the top 10 heroes. Like, honestly, like, probably my next rant video after this in another month will be a My Hero Academia one. Sorry for not making a Danganronpa one. It's just I have other interests. Okay, bye.